Hello, friends. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. I have a special treat for you. I've got a brand new author and illustrator here that I'm going to be interviewing them, asking them about their journey into putting this wonderful book together. So, first of all, hello to our new author, Elizabeth Gardner. Hi, Elizabeth.
Good morning. Hi.
Hi. So
How you
happy
doing,
to have you
everybody?
here.
Yes,
Hi.
I am
So,
excited.
yeah, please tell everybody the title of your book.
Nirk and Whale.
Oh, I have so many questions, but first I want to introduce also uh, illustrator Chloe Zavaleta. I hope I pronounced that right.
You
Hi,
did.
Chloe. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. So good to have you here and to hear the perspective of an illustrator bringing the story to life. So let's start with Elizabeth. What inspired you to write this book?
Well, I love children and I have written articles and speeches and many things, but never had a complete book. And I always wanted a book. And I've been writing since I learned how to write. But I wanted to write to the children, like children book, because I think children are our future, and we writers, as well as teachers and parents and grandparents, are responsible to build our culture, our humanity, our community into a positive way. And
Mhm.
and when I saw your advertisement about the classes, it took me about a month seeing it every day until finally I decided I'm just gonna do it. Let's see what happens. And
Yes.
and it's happening.
It's happening. I mean, it's happened. Today is your book launch day, which is so exciting. So, Elizabeth, tell us what the book is about and who you would say it's for. What age group?
And the book is really for children between 5 and 8. As a matter of fact, the hero of the story is supposed to be 8 summers. That means that he have lived 8 summers. So he's like 8 years old.
Hmm.
And um it's I it remind me of it the character and the personality is of my oldest grandson. And because he was born in Santo Domingo, and I'm Cuban, and Chloe is Costa Rican, the three of us have Taino blend
Right.
in, which is the Caribbean native Indian. And I wanted people to know the combination of nature and human through a child. At the same
Mm-hmm.
time, I wanted to see that a child is helpful, is useful. We need to let them grow by being part of the community.
Hmm.
So at the same time, it is Nurk uh, doing stuff. I don't want to say the story completely, but he's doing stuff for his sister, for his community, and for his friend Whale. And it's not the whale because it's I'm trying to build language. At that time, they don't know what is a whale. They don't
Mm.
know what is a iguana. They don't know, they have different names for different things. But I wanted to build how our language built is by listening to the animal and then use that as part of the name.
Mm. So,
So Nirk is the one that named his best friend Whale.
I love that. And Elizabeth, so what time area or what year was this
It's a
is the story?
prehistoric. It's prehistoric. It's actually before um, written history in the Americas.
Okay.
It's actually probably after the second ice age when they crossed the Siberian and they came to the Americas that way.
I
And
love
the
that.
beginning of civilization, community, leadership, nothing that has been done. So it's just coming about.
Yes. Well, I love seeing that in the book through your story. And then, Chloe, the
Mhm.
illustrations are so beautiful. Tell us a little bit of what it's like to bring a story like this to life through illustrations.
Well, this is my only my second time doing an illustration for a book. The first time was years and years ago to do doing a coloring book for Rancho Cumulis. But that was a but this one has had a story, so I had to divide up the dialogue so just so that each one could fit in different on different pages. But I didn't
Hmm.
want it too cluttered with too much dialogue because you wanted the illustrations to help tell the story to match with those dialogues too. So the process was a bit of a learning curve, figuring out how much what would fit within a certain number of pages,
Hmm.
and then it took some work to I wanted to research a bit like what did the people like what would they have looked like, what do people like, because I wanted to be culturally accurate, or at least as closely culturally accurate as I could be. So I looked up the the culture of the Taino. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yes, you are.
And what they would have worn, and their
Hmm.
canoes, and their their clothes are a little more detailed and colorful in their culture side to kind of simplify it a little bit in the book, because otherwise it would have been way too long to draw and to detail with all the details. But I think I'm pretty happy with what I got.
I
Chloe,
don't
you
think
did
I'm
so.
happy.
Oh yes, I'm so happy also. I mean, also the colors, the details are here in everything that's happening. Well, under the sea, I didn't show the right. Oh, let me just show there quickly. A little glimpse so everybody goes out and buys this book. But tell me a little bit about your love for the sea, because I hear that you treasure the sea. Tell me a little bit about that.
I always did. Yeah, it's true. I always do love the sea. It just feels so I don't know. It makes me feel so happy being there. It's calming. It's very beautiful. I take so every time I go to the beach, I wind up taking so many photos of the beach. I don't know, 20 or so. And the last time I went to the beach was last year when we went to a wedding, one of my cousin's wedding. We went to oh gosh, what is that beach called? I think it's called La
Okay.
Jolla.
La
I hope I'm
Jolla.
saying it right. Yeah, beach. And I've never seen a beach with these really mossy, rocky um, mossy rocks before you get to the water. They're a little they're, and they had little tide pools in them, and little tiny fish and crabs and tiny little sea anemones. So every time I go to the beach, there's always something very fun to discover, and it just feels very there's always a thing of a discovery, and
Yeah.
just you're just interacting with whatever is living there.
Hmm. Yeah. And you were able to put that into the book so beautifully. So, job well done for the two of you writing and illustrating this book. Elizabeth, I want to ask you a little bit about your journey into becoming a children's book author, this being your first book. And we always know something new is always full of lessons and challenges. So, what would you say was the biggest challenge for you when writing Nirk and Whale?
It's writing at the level of the child.
Hmm.
Trying not to use adult words.
Hmm.
Listening to my grandchildren, going to the park with them, and listening to the kids interact. Because my first draft was too adultish, and
Yes.
Mm.
I had to do a lot of them and change it, and I would ask. My husband would read it, and I said, "I don't think the kid said that." At the same
Right.
time, trying not to modernize it. So
Hmm.
words that we use now that they wouldn't use then.
Mm.
That was the most challenging one, the one that took me the longest because of adult vocabulary and child vocabulary is very different. And the age group is first and second grade. So
Right.
they're learning how to read. So
Yeah.
I don't want them to scare them with big words.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that was the
Good, good.
biggest challenge.
And what would you say was one of the lessons that you learned throughout the publishing process?
I learned a lot. You know how they say that to raise a child, it takes a village?
Hmm.
Well, the book is our baby, and it takes a team to make
Hmm.
that book a reality. I learned from Sharon, Allison, Roselle, all these other people that talk to me and help me, and actually hold my hand. Your newsletters. There's a newsletter that you wrote. I guess you can do it. I had
Yes.
that, and I read it every time, not only for writing but for everything. Every time I'm really uptight, I just read that and say, I can do it. I can handle it. So you
Good.
know what you know I'm talking about. And
Yeah.
then it takes a team. The book is not you. It's not only the author. It's the
Hmm.
illustrator, the editor, the book editor, the learning. I learned so much. I think I learned more about grammar than ever in college. I think my English major teacher has to go back to school.
Oh,
but
well,
that's it. It takes a team. It's not only you. And your team is so professional, so nice, explain everything. And if I don't understand, they don't mind repeating it. So that's why I told Chloe the second book, I'm going to go back to you because I don't
well,
want
thank
nobody
you.
else. I don't want nobody
Well,
else.
well, thank you, Elizabeth. It does take a team, it takes a village, just like you said. And it's a lot of learning for all of us doing something new. So, Chloe, what about you? What would you say was the biggest lesson for you when illustrating this book?
I guess the biggest thing that I've learned was pacing. One of the things would probably have been like pacing, and as I said, like trying to divide up the structure of the book to make it so that way the dialogue and the illustrations would flow, that they would
Right.
just flow with the story, and so that way it would just like so that way it would like suck you in and make you feel like a part of it. and
Yeah.
and so I guess that was one of the things, like structuring, but also learning like I learning how to draw some like poses that I normally wouldn't haven't drawn like before, or wouldn't normally draw before, or
Hmm.
landscapes, or just like objects that you normally
Yeah.
wouldn't draw. Luckily for the shells, I have like a huge jar at home of old shells that my family has had collected like over the generations of seashells. So luckily I was able to put those to use. And
That,
actually, had fun just doing life drawings of those for the comic, especially on some of the pages that feature like the shells floating in the water or on the beach, and just looking at landscapes and figuring out, okay, so how do you paint something digitally to make it look like it's like foggy or
hmm.
like in a distance, or how do you
Hmm.
paint something, give it, what kind of texture can you use to make it look like it's sandy, or how to make water look naturally like wet and shiny but still like crystal clear, like how it would look on like a in the Caribbean.
What about the
Hmm.
cave? What about the cave? That's beautiful.
Yeah, the cave, you actually sent me a picture of a cave, like a, what was it, like a stock photo of a cave, and I just
Yeah.
love how the
Hmm.
it looked in the structure, and I thought,
Hmm.
like, that's perfect. Like,
Yeah.
yes, I did trace over that cave, but I added in the textures, and of course I added like the people and where the shadows would be at that time of day. And so learning how to draw like really craggly structures and textures was both like a learning curve, but also a fun one. So
That's
now I've
great.
added so much more to my repertoire and knowledge of doing stuff digitally. It actually will, and it'll help me in my future projects.
For sure, for sure. Well, I want to take a moment here and tell all of our viewers that this wonderful book is available on Amazon today. So make sure to go grab a copy of it, Nirk and Whale. And it's there, and I've got the soft cover book. It's there in hardcover and also ebook format. So, Elizabeth, I want to ask you this question. What is the best part of accomplishing this dream for you? You've had this dream since you were a little girl, writing, always writing. What's the best part of saying you're an author today?
Oh, it's walking on air, being a cloud. Um, can't believe it. It's I wish my dad were here, and it's it's like a fulfillment. And then it makes me feel like doing another one and another one, and it gives me confidence to give a little bit to
Hmm.
kids because nowadays it's so hard to for the children to get positive view of themselves, and that's my
Hmm.
goal, that they can see themselves doing something that is positive, and hopefully the parents, when they read it with the kids, will learn how to listen to the kids, observe the kids. And nobody understands kids. I'm a mom, a grandma, and I need subtitles sometimes.
Yeah.
It's for the parent to let them grow and to let them be part. If she wants to wash the dishes, don't be afraid that she break it. Just let them wash the dishes. Just do it with her. If,
Hmm.
if the boy wants to have a hammer and hammer something with dad in the patio, let him do it, or buy him a toy that's similar. Try to build them into doing something for the family, and that way they can go out into be positive person in our community. Not only
Hmm.
a fireman, an astronaut, police officer, a carpenter, a bookkeeper, a shoemaker. Let them be
Hmm.
whatever they can.
Hmm. So, Elizabeth, now here you are as a children's book author, and we have a lot of aspiring authors that watch our interviews. What advice do you have for an aspiring children's book author who may be watching?
Don't give up. Don't think. Just jump. If that what you want to do, is that what your heart desires, don't think. Just jump. Oh, the money. Don't worry about the money. It will show up. It did to me. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't know if they're going to buy my book. I don't know if nobody's going to like my book. I thought the same thing. Don't think about it. Just jump and do it.
I love that. I love that. Thank you. So here's a question for both of you. So for sure, we want everybody to go to Amazon to grab a copy of the book. But where else can our viewers find you? If you want to let them know your social media account, where can people find you? Let's start with Elizabeth.
They can go to EG Books for Kids, in which I put a lot of notification from other books and little notes for parents, and they can go to Elizabeth Garner, author. They also there will be a website in the near few weeks, in which is called Book for Kids, and in there people can put questions. I can put information about what books to read, what your child should read. Information that parents may need to be better parents. Um,
Perfect.
Also, just simply Elizabeth Gardner, and that's it. You can find me everywhere.
Excellent. Thank you, Elizabeth. Chloe, what about you?
Um, I only have an Instagram, so my handle is just Chloe Zavaleta. It's not very creative, but at the time I was like,
No, no,
try
no, 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 no. You have another one. That's my favorite. What's my favorite? The dragons.
my email,
You dragons, yeah.
16 Dragons, my email, but it's
Yeah,
16 Dragons at yeah, but
they can find
um,
you on Instagram.
but
That's good.
it's all
Instagram
yeah.
is
My
good.
Instagram's only Chloe Zavaleta, but you will be able to find me because I have pictures of cats. Some things I don't visit it very often, but I will be putting like pictures of the cover of the cover of the book on there, just so you know who it is.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, it's been so good to speak to both of you. Um, Again, friends, go to Amazon and find this book. Before we go, is there anything else you want to share or anything you wish I would have asked you? Chloe, I'll start with you here. Anything else you'd like to share?
Well, the interesting thing is when I started the illustrations, I didn't do it in a linear order. I actually wound up jumping from different pages to do the illustration. So like, I think the first illustration I did was like the rough of the first page, the spread, the first and second page, but I really finished the very last page of the book first.
Okay.
So I mostly kind of started backward, actually, which was kind of an interesting way for me to do it, and yet it seemed like to help me more, strangely.
Yes. Well, that is interesting. It all came together beautifully. So if that works, that works, right? Thank you, Chloe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Elizabeth, before we go, is there anything else you'd like to share?
Yes, something that I didn't know. We live in California, Chloe and I, but in Southern California, and there's a lot of well preservation, sea preservation, doing a lot of for the marketing. I learned so much. I only knew the Aquarium of the Pacific. No, there's more. I found out that close by Santa Monica Beach, there's the cephalene, the name of the whales rescue. And it made me realize how important it is, the cleaning, to take care of it. And it made me feel that this book is going to help these organizations that are not profit. And I'm planning to work with them when I do some of the books and videos to make people know we have this in California and it is important. So
Yes, it is. It is. Well, thank you so much, both of you, for being here. Friends, I hope you enjoyed the interview and go grab a copy of Nirk and Whale. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Bye-bye.
bye.
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 Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Mary. Have a wonderful day.
You
Zoya,
too.
see you soon.